Hello everyone and welcome back to more Let's Play Pokemon Crystal. It's been a while since I last recorded, but I watched the last video and caught back up a little bit. So in the last episode, rather in between episodes, I mentioned that I was going to catch a certain Pokemon that could be found here in the next area, the Ice Cavern, or the Ice Path, that's right. And I went ahead and caught that Pokemon, and so say hello to our newest team member, Shirley. The Sneasel. Yeah, Sneasel is one of my favorite Pokemon, and in this generation, not particularly great, but still figured I'd rather try one out. I think last time I used one of these in this game was like when I was a kid, so yeah, as you can see, I set Shirley up with a bunch of TMs, gave her Iron Tail and Shadow Ball that we earned from a couple of gyms. Faint Attack she learned naturally, and Ice Punch I went and got from the Goldenrod City department store. As you can see, Shirley is a very, very fast Pokemon with decent attack stat. It's a shame her special attack isn't that great because she's Dark and Ice type, and I think, I know Ice for sure, but I think Dark also bases off special attack. But Iron Tail and Shadow Ball are with physical, so we have at least that to fall back on. So yeah, without further ado, let me go ahead and I'm going to lay down some repels. So Sneasel is one of the only new Pokemon you can find here. The other one being Swinub, which we saw back in Price's gym there, the Mahogany Town gym. And we'll just make our way through Ice Path. As you can see, this is kind of the gimmick of this dungeon here, are these sliding ice paths. Not too much, or not too bad at first. As far as finding Sneasel, this is the other thing I want to talk about. Yeah, as far as finding Sneasel goes, it's a bit of a pain, because they only appear at night, and on this top floor, you only have a 1% chance of running into them. So what I did is I went to the bottom floor, where you have a 10% chance of running into them. Along the way, I did have to solve a puzzle, so unfortunately that one will be solved off-screen, but we'll see another puzzle like it in the future anyway. Oh, that was weird. I thought it was gonna stop me, like, mid-ice, but, yeah, and I can see the ice sliding puzzles are a little bit more, they're not very devious, but a little bit more involved now, but this one's not too bad. I mean, you pretty much just follow, like, I wasn't even really thinking about that one. You just kind of follow the natural path and you should be able to solve it. Okay, so now we got a little one here. This one's kind of optional. It's for this item here, which I definitely do want to get. So it looks like we need to hit that back rock. Oh, and I see how I do it. I go like this. Oh yeah, here we go. And then like that. And with that we get HM07, which contains Waterfall. Waterfall is a pretty comparable move to Surf in terms of power. In later generations, after they split... Oh, now I have to figure out how to get out of here. Oh wait, duh. You just go like this. There we go. Oh, and of course, I was right about to use a Repel, too. One step and I encounter a wild Pokemon. I was gonna say, watch it be a Sneasel, too. Because, man, I'll tell you, it took me, like... You know, because I wanted to just search on the top floor, because I didn't want to solve a puzzle on the later floor. I was in here for, like, I think about an hour and a half. Just walking around looking for Sneasels. And I didn't find one after an hour and a half of looking, so eventually I decided to bite the bullet and just went to the bottom floor. Yeah, Waterfall, pretty comparable to Surf in terms of power and accuracy. Actually, I wonder if we can look at that real quick. I forget if you can do that in this generation. No, you can't. But, yeah, in later generations, Waterfall becomes physical, which is kind of what gives it an edge over Surf in some cases, but no, not in this game. In this game, Surf, I think, is just better. Okay, so normally, yeah, see these boulders here. Normally there'd be a lot more of these. And the idea is that you would have to push them into these holes here. And then once you fall through the hole, yeah, you can see that they kind of make stopping points along this huge ice path. Is there a hidden item here? Look at that, there's a Carbos, alright. That will boost speed. And I think I'm going to go ahead and give that to Shirley. I think I'm actually going to give it to Barbara, now that I think about it. By the way, sorry if I sound a little weird. I am feeling slightly under the weather at the time of recording this. I don't know really what it is. I think it's just a little sinus infection. It's not too bad. My roommate's definitely got it worse, but it's kind of going around right now. That's throwing me off every time it stops me like that. Oh, also, there was a max potion, I think, over here somewhere. Somewhere in this room there was. I accidentally picked it up off screen. So there is another max potion that should be in this room. But, let's see. Use the repel here. Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm feeling a little under the weather, but it's not too bad. But I definitely need to get some videos out because I don't have a whole lot of videos on standby. Okay, let me actually, like, figure this out real quick. Okay, so that leads me here. Do I need another rock, like, right there? Because I need to be able to... I'm trying to stop in that middle little patch there. Okay, what if I... No, that's not going to work, because, yeah, I'll just go... Okay, let me try going back upstairs real quick. Oh, I think I have to fall from the right hole, is the thing. Okay, let me try pushing this rock. This one I don't believe. Yeah, because if I push it down, it'll just go there. Maybe I can push it up into that hole, though. But I remember... I mean, I got to the bottom floor earlier, so this should already be solved. Okay, so that stops me there. This stops me there. Yeah, and then I go here. Okay. So it is just a matter of falling through the right hole. I got a full heal there. Okay, looks like we have a rock smash. I was gonna say puzzle, but it's not really much of a puzzle, is it? Ooh, okay, I was looking for this, especially. We got the Never Melt Ice. This is another one of those hold items that boosts the power of moves. And this one obviously boosts ice power moves. So I definitely want to give this to Shirley, because her special attack is lacking, and I want her ice attacks to be as powerful as they can be for a future area coming up. Okay, looks like we got... I think this is the last room here. But yeah, basically once you get through that large, like that strength puzzle, and the huge, like, floor of just ice... Wait, what? Oh, I thought I had repel selected. Yeah, once you get through that strength puzzle, that's, like, kind of the hardest... Not hardest, but it's like the meat and potatoes of this dungeon here. Everything else is pretty self-explanatory. Ooh, I do want that item, though. Okay, I can see I have to stop there. Oh, right, I remember this one. Yeah, this one... Okay, so we just want to walk... Oh, wait, how's that gonna work? Hang on. Oh, okay, I kind of remember this. Yeah, the idea is that you have to jump off from the right point to stop on a rock to go to the right to get that item there. And I think it's like a rare candy or something. I know it's worth it. Okay, cool. So I just have to stop basically from where the stairs are. Or jump down from where the stairs are to stop. No, it's TM. Okay, TM44 is rest, I believe? Which, as we see, it is a move that puts you to sleep and then fully heals you. It can be alright. Yep, it's rest. It can be alright in the right circumstances, but I'm not gonna bother with it. Okay, so let's do this one more time to get to the ladder. And I'm gonna use one more repel, but I think this is the last, like, part of the dungeon. I don't think I'm gonna need it, but... Okay, we did have one more part here. Ooh, I don't remember this one at all. Oh, wait, I kind of do now. Yeah, I definitely want to get down to the bottom there, because that's got a... I don't know what item that is off the top of my head, but... Okay, there we go. An iron, okay. So let's go ahead and give that to Elephant to boost her defense. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I was like, I have something that I wanted to talk about. Yeah, so since my last recording session, it's actually been a couple of weeks, to be quite honest with you. You'll probably be able to tell that from the, I think, last episode or episode before I'm talking about Sword and Shield about to come out. Well, as of recording this now, they've been out for a couple of weeks now, and I gotta say, I really like them. I did feel the story was a bit short, and that is something I've felt pretty much ever since Gen 5, that the story was kind of lacking in Pokemon games. Well, okay, I guess admittedly, I didn't play Sun or Moon. I was really not into Gen 7 at all for, like, multiple reasons. God, I could have my own Gen 7 rant. But Yeah, X and Y, the story was just so lacking. I don't know. I really barely even remember what the story was in X and Y. I thought Gen 5 did a great job with the story. I don't see why why later Pokemon games weren't more like that. But, ooh, I definitely want that. Let's make room. But anyway, yeah, so the story in Sun and Moon, it wasn't bad, don't get me wrong, but I definitely think it could have been better. I'm just gonna toss this. I loved all the quality of life upgrades. There's so many of them. But I do also feel that the routes were also a little bit lacking. Okay, I actually saw this in a YouTube comment, and I thought it was a great point. Like, kind of the epitome of, like, the pros and cons of Sword and Shield. You can kind of sum it all up in one item, actually, which is the escape rope. In Sword and Shield, the escape rope is actually a key item. Like, you don't consume it, it's just something that you can use indefinitely. And I guess I'll just use this on Surf again. Which is a really cool idea. It's like, that's a very nice quality of life upgrade. The problem is that there's not really any use for the escape rope in Sun and Moon. There are like 2 caves, I think, in that game, and they're both 1 floor. So, I thought this was going to be a trainer here. Yeah, I sure did. Well, I'd like to think so, but, now I'm just kind of tooting my own horn. But, yeah, enough about Sword and Shield. Yeah, we made it to Blackthorn City, the last town in the region. Let me go ahead. I don't even think I need to heal up here, but I'll do it anyway. In fact, I know I don't, but whatever, I already hit A. So yeah, Blackthorn is pretty small compared to other towns in the game. Well, I mean, I guess there's like Mahogany was really small too, but yeah, we got the center, the mart. There is one other noteworthy house here that I'd like to show. Oh, really? Yeah, so as NPCs like her will imply, Blackthorn is all about Dragon-type Pokemon. And spoiler alert, that's what the gym's gonna be, is Dragon-type Pokemon. No, I don't have any Dragonairs, and yeah, I definitely wouldn't trade one for a Dodrio, that's for sure. Shoot, I'm trying to remember where this house is. Okay, maybe it's this one. Oh, you know what? I think it is, actually, because this is the Move Deleter's house. So I won't go in and talk to them, but I just kind of wanted to point this house out. If you have a move you don't want on your Pokemon, particularly an HM, the Move Deleter can actually get rid of HM moves. So if you put an HM on one of your Pokemon, and you're like if you put Cut or Flash on one of your Pokemon that you want to use on your team, you can use that to get rid of it. So that's pretty nice right there. Okay. Well, it's a good thing I'm not a run-of-the-mill trainer. Looking at my time here. You know what? We can make this a little bit of a longer episode, and we'll just go ahead and take on the gym now. Alright, the 8th gym and the final gym of the Johto region, the Blackthorn City Gym. Let's see what this guy has to say. I'm trying to think, I think this is actually our first battle against Dragon-type Pokemon in the game. There's not that many in this generation. In fact, there's only 4, actually, altogether. This is one of them, Dratini. Dratini is the first form of one of the evolution lines of Dragon-type Pokemon, and isn't really that strong, so you don't really have to worry too much about it. Now, Dragon-type Pokemon in this game only have 2 weaknesses, Dragon and Ice. And yeah, you see, this is why I wanted to get the Nevermelt Ice on Shirley, and kind of why I wanted Shirley on my team anyway. It's also kind of clever on the game's part to put the Ice Path right before this town, so that you have a chance to catch some Ice-type Pokemon, in case you have trouble here. Because Dragon-type Pokemon do have a fair amount of resistances. They resist a lot of, like, basic elements, quote-unquote. Like, they resist fire, water, grass, and electric. So in that regard, they can be a little tough to deal with if you're not prepared for them, but as you can see, by exploiting this weakness with Shirley here, it's pretty easy to take care of these dragon types. I don't remember if I mentioned this just now, but Dragon type's other weakness is also just Dragon types themselves. There aren't that many Dragon, as I mentioned, there aren't many that Dragon Pokemon in the game though, and we haven't had access to any of them. Well, I guess if you really wanted to, you could have had a Dragon type Pokemon by now, but I won't spoil that just yet. Okay, so yeah, this is what I meant earlier when I said earlier that we'd be seeing more strength puzzles. This gym also has a bunch of strength puzzles. I don't know who you're calling a nameless trainer. I definitely, like, you know, have 7 badges, have thwarted Team Rocket, and am kind of like the protege of both Professors Elm and Oak, but, you know, whatever. Okay, so she's got a Seadra here, and as you can see, that she's kind of not messing around. Like, level 37's pretty strong for this point in the game. Ooh, you know what? I didn't even think about this. I'm thinking about the gym leaders. No, Iron Tail. Yeah, Steel isn't very effective against water, which is one of the type, like, resistances I almost always forget. But, yeah, I'm thinking about the levels of the gym leaders Pokemon here, and I don't know. I'll try it, but I might be a bit under-leveled for this part of the game. Also, I'm going to switch here because my accuracy is just really low at this point. Okay. This is getting a little annoying. Which is kind of hypocritical of me to say, because how many times have I been like, oh yeah, just spam accuracy lowering moves. But now the NPCs are doing it to me, I'm a little bit salty about it. Oh, excuse me. Seadra, I don't think we've encountered one of these yet, actually. I'm trying to think, actually, if we've encountered its pre-evolved form, Horsey. I feel like we've encountered at least one, but, yeah, Seadra's the evolved form of Horsey. And Seadra and Horsey themselves aren't too impressive of Pokemon, but, well, there is another Pokemon related to them that we will see a little bit later. That actually is not too shabby at all. Okay, let me... No, that's fine. I was gonna say, maybe I need to heal, but nah, I should be good. I think there's one more trainer up here. Yeah, this guy up here. Oh, yeah, I guess not. I mean, that girl down there was using water types. Which, I guess it would be a little repetitive if everyone was just using, like, the same, like, the Dratini. Like, everyone had just had Dratinis. Okay, I'll just use Shadow Ball here. Should be good enough. Well, good enough to two-shot it, I guess. Okay, so that's something that kind of bugs me about Shadow Ball, like, in this game, and I guess the next one, too. And I think I mentioned this before, like, when we were in Ecruteak City, but, before Gen 4, like, all ghost attacks were physical. Yet, Shadow Ball lowers special defense, and I never really understood that, like, at all. Like, doesn't it seem like... It makes it seem like a programming oversight. Like, it feels like ghost types should have been special all along, and Shadow Ball lowering special defense just kind of, like, solidifies that for me. But, nope, for whatever reason, it's physical, so... I guess at the very least, that makes it so Pokemon like Shirley here can take advantage of that, but still, it's really weird, especially when you consider that Gengar has such high special attack. Like, it's funny, if you look, because there is actually, I don't know how big it is, but there are actually competitive tiers for, like, the first couple generations, like this game and even Generation 1 of Pokemon, and, like, Gengar is, like, a pretty decent Pokemon, but can't use any Ghost-type moves with them. Same with his other type, Poison, actually, because those are also physical. But, okay, I'm going to throw Elephant in the lead here. And, okay, now that we took care of the trainers up here, let's go ahead and solve these strength puzzles. These ones are not too bad, like, they're pretty self-explanatory. Like, this one here, you just shove it down in that hole. Ugh. So, yeah, sorry about the sniffling and whatnot, but, okay, so this one I do actually want to look at. Okay, so I can't push... Okay, I see what I need to do. You need to push that one down to push this one up. And push that up there. Then walk around and push it to this side. And then we need to walk back to the beginning of the room. And we can just do this. And push this one down. Yeah, the strength puzzles in this game are not bad at all. Actually, I can just fall through the hole here. Oh, actually, look at that. I didn't even need to push that boulder at all. But, yeah, the strength puzzles in this game are not bad at all. In the first generation, there were some pretty nasty ones in Seafoam Islands as well as Victory Road. Looks like we got 2 more trainers here. Oh, you say that, but, I think I beg to differ, my good man. Okay, I think this guy has a Dragonair? Yes, a Dragonair. This is the evolved form of Dratini. And Dragonair in its own right is actually a pretty powerful Pokemon. And it can actually evolve one more time. So that should say something to how powerful the Dratini line is. Oh, right. Also, I want to talk a little bit more about Sword and Shield. Yeah, so, as far as, like, story, like I said, as far as story and exploration goes, it wasn't really that great. Well, I mean, it's not that it wasn't that great. It was still good, but it could have been better, for sure. Quality of life upgrades are really awesome. I really, really like the wild area. I thought that was a really cool addition, and I kind of can't wait to see how they... Hopefully, future games will integrate more areas like the wild area. I'd really like to see that improved. And furthermore, I thought that the battles themselves, I actually really liked the level scaling in the game. Trainers were a bit underleveled, I thought. And there were multiple points in the game where I was worried I was really overleveled, but... excuse me, it seemed like every time I got to a gym after that, like, the gym leader's Pokemon were, like, right at about my level. Excuse me. So, I thought all in all the level scaling was actually pretty good. And even the champion battle was more of a challenge than I thought it would be. So, I definitely appreciate that. But for me, a lot of what Pokemon is not just the story, but also, like, the... online battling, like Wi-Fi battling and competitive play in general. I'm not going to switch now, but I think I am... Well... You know what? Actually, let me just throw out Eliminate here. Perfect. Alright. Yeah, so I really liked the improvements to how easy it is to get into competitive battling. What with, like... You know, you can use... Because in earlier Pokemon games before Sword and Shield, you can only use up to 10 vitamins to get EVs. And now you can just use vitamins to go, like, max out your EVs. Very nice. The mints are nice to change natures. I will say I'm a little disappointed how much you have to grind for mints. Like, I thought the battle tower in Sword and Shield was... It's funny because, like, when you first clear each tier of the battle tower, you get such huge rewards, and it's like, oh, this is awesome. But then after that, you just get 2 BP per battle, and it's like, really? I have to do 25 of these battles for 1 mint? Seems a bit excessive to me, but... oh, goodness. I thought they made breeding a lot easier, too, which I really liked. So... All in all, I liked Sword and Shield. I definitely thought there could be better improvements, but all in all, I didn't think it was too bad. But yeah, now we finally made it past all the gym trainers and puzzles, so Claire herself. But we'll take her on next time on Let's Play Pokemon Crystal. This is Hexlex, signing out. Have a good day.